And we're back, hopefully, with the end of this mission.
Good save right now.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, Eric. That's why I was healing.
I don't think so. This game thinks we finished in November 22nd, 2005.
Well, if you ever bothered to hook your Xbox up to the internet.
It actually started, like, when I logged in today, it's like, can't connect to Xbox Live. You won't be able to use online features. I'm like, I won't be able to use the online features anyways.
Xbox Live auto-renewed. I've got to go on and cancel it because I signed up for 1 month to get a free...
Something.
Yeah, free game. Yeah.
Looks like you took care of everything down here. Where are you now?
In a world of pain.
I'm in a hangar.
I'm in a hangar.
I'll catch up with you soon.
Will you? Well, I guess he will because I just took care of everything.
Just like Kyle's just like actually chilling out back at the ship, just token. Just yeah, I'll be there soon.
It's just like imagining him listening to Bob Marley. Shout the sheriff. Yeah, you did, Bob.
Or the modal nodes.
So it's got to be really fun for Terry because like we'll have conversations and then two or 3 weeks later when I'm doing the editing for the videos, he'll just get a random text like, oh, by the way, you were right about this, or so it's the Modal Nodes is the name of the band. It's like Cali Krigo and the Modal Nodes or whatever.
Yeah. Like, cool, thanks, buddy. I'm at work right now. So, update since we last played. Eric and I are now working at a job together.
And we hate every moment of it. Not every moment.
No.
There are key aspects of the job that we do hate and would like to find a different job though. One that pays better with
I mean, I always want to get paid
benefits.
better, but...
And, yeah. We won't say too much though. We don't want to get in trouble.
Well, we're in the customer service industry, so...
Just...
So,
If I could just say anything, people, when you go to a restaurant, please read the menu before ordering.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like it's so simple and like a given, right? You'd be surprised.
Yeah. It's like, do you want to step aside, maybe, and let somebody else go? No?
Like, can I get Szechuan chicken? We don't have Szechuan chicken. Well, what do you have? Fucking look down. There's a
Yeah.
menu in front of you.
Do you have pork?
Oh shit, he's got 2 of them.
Yeah. Like, no, we work at a Chinese restaurant, right? And we do not serve pork at this Chinese restaurant. Mostly because it does not store well. From what I understand. And so...
How come we can't do that? That looks
Because we don't have the double lightsabers yet.
Yeah, but how come we can't just like have that dance around us like that?
Well, we do. We have the... we have this. We have... boom...
Yeah, but the way he was doing it was like marionette-like.
God.
You know, he had 2 lightsabers, though. I could not possibly see how you were going to win that little standoff. Like,
Yeah.
you break one of them, and it's going to still leave you open for the second one. In fact, there's no reason why you couldn't have just been like... See, that's a problem with lightsabers.
What were we talking about? I just forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, we were talking about pay. We can move on from that. So that's one thing always bugged me about lightsaber battles was it's not like sword fights where it's like you actually have to hit them with the bladed end and you have to like it basically whoever touches the other person with a lightsaber first wins.
Yeah.
It's like laser tag, but with swords to the death.
No.
Oh, dude. I was
Yeah,
like,
I don't think I'm gonna get him.
reminded me of Sephiroth's Sin Harvest from Kingdom Hearts.
Let's see how good you are.
I never beat Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts.
I did in the remake because the way they changed things.
Oh.
There's a move called I want to say like Zangetsu or something where it's like
They improved. I think Zangetsu was in the first game.
well they did it so you can actually chain like the action commands which they were not in the first game. They added action commands in the re-release for the PS4, and so
Wait, was it in the re-release for the PS3?
yeah, PS3 and PS4 technically.
All right, cool. Because I wasn't sure if I'm gonna buy 2.8, but wasn't sure if I wanted to rebuy 1.5 and 2.5.
Yeah,
on
no.
PS4.
There's nothing really different.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna bother wasting money on that.
No, my wife demanded that we do that though.
Because it's like, I can either spend, because what, they're like $30 a piece?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's just,
so I could spend $60, or I could just break out my PS4, PS3.
Just a little frustrated that I have bought like those games. I bought those games for her twice now. I bought 1.5, 2.5, and the re-release for the PS4.
Yeah.
And guess what? She hasn't guess what? She hasn't really like played.
I remember this one.
But so the trick is like when you're doing the action command, you can't get hit.
Yeah.
Right. Which means that as long as you keep chaining these things together, for the most part, like he'll try and do like hit you with the sword, and you just basically keep zipping around.
Yeah.
Made that fight super easy. I mean, you still want to be at a high level to do it, but definitely doable.
Yeah.
Not like the first time I played Kingdom Hearts, and it's just like, now this is impossible. You think those would be a lot more deadly if they could move faster, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of them basically being floating balls if they don't move fast?
Why would they have lightsaber Oh, for Vader. I think I actually have to use my lightsaber on these guys. Let me give it another try. Yeah, this doesn't do anything.
God damn it, Rosh!
Not again, bro. Oh. We have save games now, which might have
We figured out how to break the game!
or how to play it.
Oh, we haven't figured that one out yet.
This I might actually have to fight that guy again, but I don't care. Yeah, I gotta fight that guy again.
Yeah, we know how to break the game. We're just really bad at it.
Boom.
All right, now you're gonna save it.
Yep.
Also, just point out, you didn't take a single hit on that. Or at least nothing really came out of your health.
Yeah, just shields. Alright, so we're gonna switch over to this, because the first enemy is using
Destructive electromagnetic gun Mark 1.
Otherwise known as the Jawa gun.
I think this is interesting. So we're invading Darth Vader's castle.
Yeah. Yes, his...
That sounds like a legitimate thing that wasn't made up for this game.
No, it actually was part of the canon. I think it was even a part of the canon before this. But, it's canon once again because Rogue One. Remember the lava on Mustafar. Now it's on Mustafar.
Oh.
Yep. You learned something today.
Ugh. Yeah, I'll probably forget it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can take these guys out with this big fucker. Nope. And I'm not gonna hit him with a missile. How about some lightning? Lightning. Merlin's monocle, motherfucker.
We've both been watching some Episode Family.
Yeah.
I like Episode Family. It's not as charming as BoJack Horseman is, though. I have to get down and say that.
BoJack's hard for me because
It hits really close to home.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really hard to... It's like... It's great to watch if you have depression. It's also really hard to watch if you have depression.
It's good to watch if you don't. It's just great to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because it's like, you want to... I don't know, it's kind of...
Well, it's one of those... Oh, you want to switch the game.
Yeah.
For sure. Or you could use all your force power and lightning. It's one of those things where it's like, if you can't sympathize with BoJack in the sense, like, you don't know what he's going through, you know someone who is going through it.
Yeah.
You know?
My biggest problem with BoJack is that it just... There's so much self-destruction in it that it's really hard. Because it's like... I kind of want the sugar and gumdrops of it, where it's like... You know, everything's gonna be better. There's not this constant fight, and it's a cartoon about a horse that's really realistic.
Except for the part about him being a horse.
Yeah, 'cause that's pretty
It's
much
selective about how realistic it is.
yeah. I mean, because that's pretty much everything. Is it's like, hey, You know how you were having a really great 6 or 7 months? Hi, I'm depression, and I found a way back in.
Or like, well, I really liked this last season was a really rough one. Not only because it got more into the nitty gritty of like how his mind works on the inside.
I haven't sat down and watched it yet. I really need to.
I teared up this one because it also dealt a little bit with dementia.
Oh yeah.
And like it goes more into not only Bojack's, it goes more into Bojack's mom's story to kind of describe, illustrate why she ended up the way that she ended up. To further illustrate why Bojack ended up the way he ended up. But that was fast.
Yeah, one thing I remember is changing lightsaber forms helps out as well.
We don't want to save after you kill this guy, though.
Yeah, I just hit a checkpoint, by the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay,
I just hit a checkpoint, so... Yeah, down there when I was filling up my shield, I hit a checkpoint.
Huh, I wonder what used to be here.
Someone didn't like Vader much.
I think...
Definitely wasn't Kylo Ren, am I right?
I thought you could see his helmet. There it is. Boom. Vader cameo.
It's very weird to think that Anakin Skywalker is still Darth Vader, you know?
Yeah.
Even evil Anakin from Episode 3,
Yeah.
to see him be like, yes, erect this statue in my honor.
Yeah.
Because, like,
He just wasn't really... I mean, yeah, he kind of wasn't really about that.
no, he was about power, but but like the whole recognition thing didn't get hit hard. It didn't get hit very hard in the movies.
Yeah, in the expanded universe stuff, I don't know. I can't remember if they did this much in the Clone Wars cartoon, the CGI cartoon. The Clone Wars, not just Clone Wars. So in the expanded universe and in the books and stuff, they went into it a lot to talk about that Palpatine was that Palpatine was really into media usage during the war. That Palpatine was really big into promoting Anakin over the rest of the Jedi. Like, it was always sort of like, oh, the hero Anakin Skywalker, and it wouldn't talk about the other Jedi as much. That was really Palpatine's big thing, because he knew that he was trying to make Anakin his apprentice. And so, when the Jedi eventually fell, there would be, the hero Anakin Skywalker would be standing there.
Yeah.
So, that was a big push. I don't think that was really brought up in
Definitely wasn't in the movies.
Yeah. I don't think that was really brought up in the cartoon.
So I think that's the thing that bugged me the most in the movies. Again, like
there was so much stuff that was like, oh, here's all this flavor and depth to the universe, and then there was so much cut out too. Like, at the same time, it was deep but shallow.
I still feel really bad for the people who played Padme's parents.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because there is a deleted scene where they meet Anakin for the first time and everything, and it's like, how does that look on a resume?
Yeah.
Where you're like, I was in Star Wars. Like, really? Which one? Episode 2. Who did you play? I played Padme's parents. And then there's like, red
They
flag.
did get to be in the funeral procession for episode 3. So they really were.
I just think like, I remember like the Disaster Artist, where Greg Sestero was a featured extra in Patch Adams, and it was like he kept putting that on his resume, and they're like, you weren't in Patch Adams, and it's like he wasn't like a lead actor or anything, but he was in Patch Adams.
He was a featured extra, but he wasn't. The casting director didn't cast him, so it didn't. Yeah, he shouldn't have put it on his resume.
Yeah, but it's like, just imagine like, at least he could at least pull up a clip, grab a tape off the shelf, and be like, "There, I'm there." Whereas
That's me.
These people who got hired on for Star Wars Episode 2 are like, "So where are you in this? Show me where you're in this." And like,
do you have the DVD? Yeah. It's like, okay, so here's the thing that bugs me. So I have the Blu-rays, and I have the special edition DVDs. You have to have both to get all the deleted scenes. Now, I don't know if they've... Now, maybe they'll change that in the next release they do, like in a Disney release, if they do the
Disney
9
Definitive
movies.
Edition.
Yeah, of the 9 movies or whatever Disney does. But when Lucas released it, he didn't put the deleted scenes that were on the DVDs for episode 1, 2, and 3. he didn't put those on the Blu-ray collection.
Because God knows people can't get enough of those.
There's new deleted scenes that weren't a part of those DVDs, which, like, my question has always been, why are there so many deleted scenes that you hold back, George Lucas? Like, I've never understood that. But, whatever. I mean, there was some horrible deleted scenes in Episode 3, like this whole mustache twirling thing with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah, they're like...
Their secret Jedi codes.
Uh-huh.
It was really stupid.
Well, I didn't even think of Secret Jedi Code. That one, like, I liked what it was. I liked what they were doing with it, where it's like they've had, like, they're, like I said, like, they're like brothers.
Yeah.
At that point, where it's like they have their own little secret twin language, where it's all like, yeah, so this means this, like, no, like this. But
Okay, so you are supposed to tap it.
but it's like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, it got deleted for a good reason, I think.
Yeah.
But just
The death of Shock T was deleted, and then they're like, was that still kind of canon? Because nobody really knew. And then she died in The Force
Lincoln Road.
Unleashed, and now that's not.
Terry Lowe.
Oh,
No, God, no! Literally minutes of progress gone.
yeah.
Sorry,
The Star Wars universe just got complicated.
It got complicated at the moment when they changed Jabba the Hutt to a slug monster.
This is one of the interesting things. I watched a YouTube video on it, on like the evolution of that scene, of like the original scene, that scene in the special edition, and then that scene in the 2005 releases. I think they redid it too for the Blu-rays.
They did.
Yeah, so there's like 4 different versions of that scene, and they just kind of compared them, and they look like, because you think it looks bad now. Watch the 1998 special editions.
The one where they CGI'd in Jabba?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that innocent time back when, like, episode 1 was coming out, and they were like, we can do everything with CGI now. Without having that cognizance of, this doesn't look super realistic. Like, contemporary, sure, but, like, it's not, like, compared to the timeless look of the Jim Henson's, like, Wonder Factory there.
Yeah.
Like,
I love Yoda, but going back and looking at Yoda, I can tell you, like, I can look at the material and just be like, oh, here's where the rubber's wearing out. Here's where, yeah.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah. Oh. Load save game.
There you go. Now we're playing with fire.
Yeah.
But I still prefer the puppet. The puppets are timeless. Like, there's never a time you're gonna look back at the puppet and be like, "Wow, those haven't aged well."
What about Yoda in Episode 1?
Was he a puppet in that?
He was a puppet. He was young Yoda, and he didn't really look super Yoda, and so that's why they went back and redid him in CGI for the 3D re-release and the Blu-ray releases.
Oh, I'd have to go back and find, like, the VHS and watch it.
Yeah.
Because I thought he was
still on the DVD.
I thought he was CGI the whole way through. Because he looked fake. But that was, again, that's my problem. Is, like, we've gotten to a point where, especially with, like, Lucasfilm and Magic, whatever, Light and Magic.
ILM. Just go ILM. Industrial Light and Magic.
ILM.
Like, they've gotten to the point where their CGI can almost be indistinguishable from, like, reality, so they can really...
Sometimes.
I said can,
Alright.
didn't
Oh,
say
sorry.
always. There's always exceptions to the rules. But, like, I like that we've gotten to this point.
On this.
Like, don't forget to change up your lightsaber style.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But just going back to it and being... Like, someone somewhere thought Jar Jar Binks looked realistic, and in reality it's like, he looks super glossy.
Yeah.
For some reason, and definitely does not interact with the rest of the world the way that something should. I always also love watching those and just trying to find moments where he might actually clip through stuff.
I don't hate Jar Jar as much as a lot of people do, mostly because I saw the movie as a kid.
Yeah.
And so there's at least...
And he was delightful when you're, like, 7.
Yeah, there's at least fond memories of that. But my big problem with Jar Jar, and I can even see what Lucas was doing, I think, with Jar Jar,
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna heal.
Yeah, heal the save. Heal the save.
Because I think Jar Jar has always seemed like a replacement for Chewie to me.
Okay.
And so I get what Jar Jar was supposed to be. It's like, oh, let's have a more, let's have Chewbacca, but he's more integral to the story, and he's interacting with this world, and he's not furry, he's scaly. I get what Lucas was doing. It's just, I just see where it went wrong, too.
You loaded instead of saved.
Next time on Every Game Ever, we'll get back to where we just were.